It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see the electric Kyler Murray. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Cardinals and the Seahawks. And it's coming up next on EA Sports.
From the picturesque Pacific Northwest and the city of Seattle, welcome inside Lumen Field, where all the 12s make it at home for the Seahawks. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson up here in the booth. Greg, we've looked at this matchup, talked about the offenses, the defense. It feels like a tight one, and usually what does that mean? Special teams could be a big factor in who gets out of here with the double.
Each week when we come into these games, Mike, we probably do a disservice to just the importance of how much special teams plays a factor in deciding the outcome of these games. And you're exactly right. When teams find themselves very similar on offense, very similar.
The kicker, Chad Ryland, ready to get things started. And off we go from Lumen Field. This is fielded inside the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Seattle offense to take over for the first time. They're led out by the number 3 overall pick back in the 2018 draft. Out of USC, it's Sam Darnold.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with.
First carry now for Kenneth Walker. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
We met with these coaches during the week, Mike. They told us the emphasis this week about getting the run game going early, and we see it here. Nice first play pickup, fresh set of downs.
Keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And he shows off a little footwork, winding his way for a run of 8. There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll run it for the first time. Here comes Zach Charbonnet. Now a flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty. They're going to motion the tight end over here. He keeps it himself.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
3rd and short yardage, and here's Darnold. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
7th play of this opening drive, and here's 3rd down. They'll try and run it with Walker. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. They get the conversion on 3rd and inches.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
First run of the game here with Zach Charbonnet. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. That's on the former 9th overall pick, Charles Cross. Once again, it's Walker. And this is a good run. He gets back down to about the 6-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 and brings up second down at the Cardinals' 6-yard line.
Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it, and he will take it in himself. Sam Darnold, touchdown Seahawks. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Myers, good on the extra point. And the Seahawks will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Wes Watkins going to bring it back. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. So out comes the Arizona offense for the first time. And here is Kyler Murray, the #1 overall pick in 2019 to lead them.
I think the biggest thing that stood out from last week's game was when they went into the game with an initial plan, how quickly were they able to get away from that when they realized it wasn't working? I think they got a lot of unscouted looks, meaning the defense threw a lot of exotic looks at them, blitzes, different fronts and coverages, maybe things they didn't work on all week. So the key this week is understand what is the defense looking to do today and how fast can we make those adjustments if we're not having early success.
That's the way to get started, a pickup of 17 and a very quick first down. They'll run first carry of the game for Trey Benson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be second down. Here's the first carry for the Pitt product, James Conner. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up third down. Out of the gun, it's Murray. And this ball incomplete on third down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up fourth down. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
A return now from the 4. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10. Darnold. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on second and 4. Here's a run inside, and it's Charbonnet. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything...
Now a loose football. But this is taken in by a teammate.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. So it's fourth down. The Seahawks send out the Aussie Michael Dixon to punt. And on the return for the Cardinals, it's Greg Dortch. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Cardinals offense, and Kyler Murray set to take over once again. And he's used his legs to great effect this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design, as you check out the league leaders in quarterback rushing yards. First play of the drive, and here's Benson. He'll bring this up to the 22. Tyrese Knight in on the tackle. They'll come up on a second down and 8. Again, it's Benson.
This ball carrier just didn't want to go down. This defense, they had to throw everything they had at him, Mike. He just kept fighting and fighting. But finally, when they were able to get him on the ground, they were able to do it for a loss.
On third down, Murray. He'll try to run for it. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a first down.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
So, first and 10 here now at the 38. On the give, this is Connor. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down. With that, I want to give you a look at his numbers on the ground in last week's game. Second down and 8. One quarter in the books. It's the Seahawks with the early lead. Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment. Now a second down throw for Murray. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
Seems like the quarterback was a little predetermined in his read. I think he decided even before seeing the coverage where that ball was going. Next time, read the coverage. Let the play...
He fumbled the football. And it's recovered by one of his teammates.
After these kind of plays, Mike, you just wish the sideline was a mile away, because you know when you get there, you are going to catch an earful. They stress all week, ball carriers, we have to protect the ball. In this case, it doesn't result in a turnover, but the lost yardage now brings up 4th down. These are drive killers.
This one, fielded out beyond the 25. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
2nd and 3 at the 47-yard line.
They run with Walker. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
Charbonnet in the back, and he goes straight ahead. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
24-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 12.
Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Here's Michael Dixon now. He's on for the 2nd time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. Out comes the Arizona offense. They get ready for their next possession. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold them to just a short game.
Murray now on 2nd down. That's thrown right side, but incomplete. Tip Ryman, the tight end, was the intended target, and it'll be 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Murray. That'll be taken in. It's Trey Benson. And he's very close to a 1st down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short. Here's Blake Gillikin now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. This will be returnable from his own 15. And that's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. Well, Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
What we're seeing here in this first half, Mike, is an example of the offensive line, the running back, and the play caller all on the same page. The execution and the ability to continue to pick up chunk plays on the ground has been a great start for this offense.
And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
Second and a yard at the 50-yard line.
They'll run here with Walker. And he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
5-yard gain on the play. That's good for a Seahawks first down.
Out of the gun, they're going to give it to Charbonnet. He'll get this down to the 44, but that's about it.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Off the bootleg, here's Darnold. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Throwing on third down is Darnold.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks go out to a 10-3 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Cards offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. Just the lone field goal for them so far, down 10-3 in this one. And they'll start 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Murray. He'll tuck it and take off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Murray gonna hand this to Benson. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5. Murray now. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. They'll run with Connor. He'll be brought down. It was a nice pickup, but a penalty flag on the play. Early indications of a hold. A run out of the gun with Benson. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold them to 2 and bring up third down. From the shotgun, it's Murray. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
That is fielded at the 13. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense and their running back set to go once more. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the 33-yard line.
From the shotgun, here's Darnold. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, The defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You could see the quarterback, once he got the snap, he was looking for any seam, any daylight, but nothing materialized, and he's fortunate he got back to the line of scrimmage.
On comes the punter now, as he is on to kick it for Seattle. On the return, it's Dortch. And that's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense ready to get back at it. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. They'll start this drive on the ground, and it's Connor. And he's going to be taken down as we hit with 2-minute warning here in this first half. Second down and 3. Back to throw is Murray. That's to the right side. Caught by McBride. And he's going to have the first down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well. Here's Murray. He's going to keep it himself.
That play had sack written all over it, so that's a great job by the quarterback, not only escaping the initial pressure, even though he doesn't gain a whole lot, he's able to pick up some positive yards for what looked like a disaster.
Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. It is 3rd and 10. To throw is Murray. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced, and at other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all.
The Seahawks take over first and 10.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. On play action, here's Darnold. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but they continue to get that matchup. This quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. Here's Walker. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. Now Darnold. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
After that incomplete pass, we have a player shaken up. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. To throw is Darnold. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. Here's their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This brought in out past the 20. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Cardinals offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. On first down, Murray. That'll be taken in by Connor.
Personal foul. Unnecessary run. Automatic first down.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Now Murray. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Now a timeout charge to Arizona. That is their second, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. There's a throw right side. Going to be incomplete. What can they do here? This is third and forever. This time they stay on the ground. Now a flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty. Here's the punter now. He's on for the 5th time this afternoon. That's taken at about the 14, and he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. So we have reached halftime with these two teams separated by a touchdown. As we send you cross-country to the Sunshine State. That's where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. All yours, Coach.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, where you see the final score there. Tua Tagovailoa leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were losers in that ball game to the visiting New Orleans Saints. Spencer Rattler, strong in the victory, as his guys looked better than a team that had won just one game coming in. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Anthony Richardson, strong as usual in the victory as his guys run their record now to 7-3. These two teams ready for the second half, and so are we. So let's get you back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Mike is going to play a big role in who wins this one. To return is Greg Dortch. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense headed back to take over once more. And, look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
They'll go right back to Connor. Connor's got the first down and more. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset, but as always, there's the exception to every rule.
Not much happening there, just a short game. Here's 2nd and 9. This is a give to Connor, running right. It's a gain of 12 there. It's an Arizona first down.
How would you like to be a defender and see a guy like this coming full steam ahead, trying to barrel down on you? I'll tell you what, I'm not sure if I'm cut out for that, and you can see why. His ability to play through contact is just a lot to handle.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. To throw is Murray. He'll get it into the hands of Zay Jones. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. On the handoff, it's Connor. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. On the toss, they go with Benson. And he's able to find a crease. Get ahead for 7. He'll bring up 3rd down. We'll try and run for this with Connor. And he's going to have a Cardinals first down. He needed 2 and gained 6.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
A handoff, and it's Benson running right. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard. They'll go again with Benson. And he's able to sidestep his way forward and pick up 4. Here's 3rd and 7. Murray. He'll try and get there on the ground. And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Those plays are killers for a defense. You think you have the quarterback hemmed in. You think you have a chance for your pass rush to get you off the field. Instead, he gets away, picks up some tough yards, and sets his team.
And he's into the end zone. James Conner. Touchdown, Cardinals. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
All level at 10 as this one's kicked off. This returnable from the 4. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. Still fighting. What a run. Shedding tacklers. Picks up 9 on the play. 2nd and a yard. Now Charbonnet. They tackle him at the 38, but that run is good enough to pick up the first down.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
is going to be caught by the rookie wideout. And he is out of bounds all the way down at the 35-yard line. That's good for 27 and a first down.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. Smith-Njigba left side, he's got it. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
They'll run the toss with Walker. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Darius Robinson in on the tackle. Now a 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away. Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike, but 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves him out in front.
Here to take it back, Quez Watkins. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The visitors' offense and their veteran running back James Conner set to take over again. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides. This drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard. 2nd down, Murray. To the tight end over the middle, it's Ryman. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 1st and 10.
First down, Arizona.
Now Conner. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. On 2nd down, it's Benson. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Murray. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain.
Really nice play recognition there by the defense. They sensed the quarterback had nowhere to go downfield, and that ball was going to be checked down. The moment that ball hit the running back's hands, there was nowhere to go.
So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10.
At the 8-yard line.
Smith-Njigba, the man in motion.
The quarterback sack.
Big-time opportune sack there by the defense. Mike, they're right on the cusp of field goal range. You can't allow this to become a 2-possession ball game here in the 4th quarter. Massive 3rd down coming up here. See if they can get off the field and get the ball back to their offense.
It'll grind out a couple of yards, give them a little bit of space out to the 3.
This is a spot you just love to be in as a defensive player. I mean, you've got them backed up so far, you're not really fearing any play call, let alone a run. Sit a couple of guys back, keep the ball from being thrown over your head. Everybody else track the ball, comes up well short.
This will be returned from the other side of midfield. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The visitors' offense ready to take over once more. They'll begin just shy of midfield with a 1st and 10. Start out with a run, and it's Benson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Murray looking to throw. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a 1st down. 10 yards to pick up there, and that'll get him a new set of downs. Murray gonna hand this to Benson. He'll be bogged down. Short pickup to the 25. Here's a 2nd and 9. Murray will throw. Now he'll run it.
These plays just kill you on defense. The pressure's good, but you have to contain them. Quarterback does a nice job of escaping the pocket, turns into a runner, scrambles for positive yardage.
On 3rd down, Murray. And that is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. To complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball. And that could very well wind up being a critical miss. I mean, you've got to be able to rely on your kickers at this stage of the game. But he can't come through, and this one stays a 3-point game.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba, the intended receiver. And that will lead to a 2nd down. Now, off the bootleg, he'll look. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. One of his teammates is there to pick it up.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get stripped sack, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day.
And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Here comes a return. And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50, set up the offense with a short field. The visitors' offense ready to get back to work. They'll start from the plus side of midfield, looking to possibly take the lead here. It's 1st and 10. On the give, this is Connor. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up, I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
In trouble, and down he goes.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth, each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we'll see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down. Working out of the gun, Murray. He'll get this complete to Ryman. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's fourth down. And this one online. And it is good. That evens the score here in the fourth quarter.
And this is where it pays to have a kicker you can trust, Mike. I mean, this is as big a spot as there is. Fourth quarter, what does he do? He comes out and he delivers to tie up this game.
And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. This game level following the made field goal. So they need to put something together here. It begins with 1st and 10. This is intercepted. That's the safety, Jalen Thompson. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. That thrown short, caught by Ryman. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Murray. They'll look underneath here to Benson. And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now it's Murray. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
Again, it's Murray. And he's in. Trey McBride. Touchdown, Arizona. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the fourth quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now that pressure shifts to your defense, your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
Now Ryland for the extra point. He's got it. And the Cardinals will go up by 7.
Seahawks 13.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Now an opening past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Seahawks offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They'll drop to throw. Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
Here's a big one. This third down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He's going to let this one go deep. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. He'll drop to throw. He's going to look downfield once again. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. This team's offense ready to see what they can do. They'll have a short field, looking to build on the lead. They'll run it on first down with Connor. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll get together prior to the second down play. It's a zone read, and Murray hanging on to it. And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the first down. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down 2 and E. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down 2 and E. So it's a win for the visitors, the Cardinals. And it is a season sweep for them. They defeat their division rivals for the 2nd time this year. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.